my absolutely beautiful astrology soulmates, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for the week of May 31st, the final week in May, and then we're going to head into June. We are moving very quickly towards summertime or wintertime, depending on where you are in the world. Either way, we are just on the heels of another season change, but we're not there quite yet. So let's talk about what's going on this week so we can get grounded into the vibration and the energy of what's here. Although I would like you to sense, or let me know if you already do sense, this energy of this next season pulling in, because I know that I definitely do. I got my summertime hairstyle on, I have my shoulders out left and right, and I am just feeling the sun and the heat and this next energy of like, yes, it is absolutely summertime. So let's get ready to do that. On Monday, the 31st, we're going to say Happy Memorial Day. If you do not celebrate that, or it's not the time of year that you have your memorial celebrations where you're at, I just want to say Happy Memorial Day out there to all cultures and everybody who's celebrating Memorial Day. We certainly will be here in Colorado. Now, as we continue on and we get a little bit more into the week, we hit Wednesday the 2nd, and we're going to feel this change of month, but also a change of energy where Venus is concerned. Venus is going to move into the energy of Cancer, and I always feel like this is the energy where Venus just gets to really nurture. She gets to really just be focused and nurturing and let the harmony, and it's like a hug. You know, it's like Venus moves into a hug. But here, Venus also gets really emotionally and intuitively tapped in. When Venus is in Cancer, I don't know about your experience. I would love to hear about it in the comment section down below. But I do find that when Venus comes into Cancer, I eat more. Like, I want to nurture, I want to nourish, I want to cook for people. And of course, it's warm outside, or it's a season change where it's like, let's gather, let's have this energy. So as Venus comes into the energy of Cancer, you may start to feel that you've got those things going on for you as well. But remember, Cancer is also a cardinal sign. So Venus here, this is a great energy to begin something, begin a sense of balance, begin a harmony, begin something in your relationship, begin something with your money. So don't sleep on Cancer. It's still a cardinal energy, okay? As we get to Thursday, we are going to see the sun in a trine to Saturn, who is now in its retrograde. It went into its retrograde on the 23rd of May. Now, as they do this particular trine, we've got the sun here in the energy of Gemini, and we've got Saturn, of course, over here in the energy of Aquarius, and they're going to meet this trine at that 13 degrees, of Aquarius, okay? Now, as the sun and Saturn come into a trine, first of all, it brings a grounding. It brings a motivation, but also a grounding to the table. But Saturn's facing backwards, so it's likely that you're motivated to make decisions on things from the past, on things you've been working on for just a little bit. You at least saw them back in March. Maybe you got permission to move forward with them in December and you felt like that track was moving forward. Now the sun here has got you motivated to take care of business, to get things going, have those conversations, file those taxes, file those negotiations, sell that house, buy that car, whatever that looks like for you. Just know that this is a pretty grounded trine. Now, at the same time, Venus is going to be into a trine with Jupiter. So we've got the benefics dancing together. Venus is, of course, now here in the energy of Cancer. Jupiter is over in the energy of Pisces, having moved in there May 13th. Now, they are meeting their trine together at 2 degrees, okay? As the benefic energies trine each other, this is a whole lot of good. Now, the one thing we want to be careful when the benefics trine each other is that too much good can just be too much good. You know, so you want to make sure you're not eating like crazy. You want to make sure you're not just blowing things out of proportion, things like that, because it's an easy energy. So it's very easy to mistake your proportions. Moderation, what is that? You know, so whether this be with food, whether it be with drink, whether it be with social things, whatever it is, it's a really delicious day. And I feel like it's a day that almost, you know, we get these a couple times a year where they just feel like magic is in the sky. I feel like between the groundedness of that Sun-Saturn trine, the trine between Venus and Jupiter, we've got a great day. But your actions here, what you're doing, what you're motivated to speak to, move towards, let them have a sense for you of good, of inspiration, but also something you want to have long-term success in. Okay, that's what I would tell you the energy of that day seems particularly peaked for. Now, as we get to Saturday, we're going to have Mercury, who is retrograde still as well, in a square to Uranus, who's over in Taurus. So we've got Mercury in Gemini, Uranus in Taurus, they're meeting, and Neptune. As we get to Saturday, we're going to see Mercury, who's retrograde, in a square to Neptune, who is in Pisces. So we've got Mercury over here in Gemini. We've got Neptune, of course, here in Pisces. They are squaring up here at 23 degrees. So locate that on your chart. As well, we've got Mars over here in an opposition to Pluto, who is retrograde over here. So we've got Mars in Cancer. We've got, of course, Pluto there in the energy of Capricorn. Okay, on this particular day, when we're dealing with square opposition days, this is a day that can just in the vibe feel a bit uncomfortable. I'm going in different directions, plus I feel like I'm a bit under pressure. So I have to make some decisions. I have to get quiet and sort out what's the compromise that I can make here that is going to let this situation evolve. Now, I will also tell you that when we're dealing with a square, we take the action to get out of the square, get out of the tension. In an opposition, that can feel like it lasts a little bit longer because in opposing energy, they tend to be relational. So someone else could be on the other side of that and you're not quite sure what is going on. It could bring a power struggle to your table where you're feeling like, home and family or home and work, maybe even something home and family could be like, it feels like it's in this opposing energy and you're trying to bridge the gap. But the challenge between Mercury squaring Neptune is that you can't quite see it for what it is. It's almost like there's a veil that's in between you and your information on this day. Now, the evolved version of that is that, stop, pause for a minute, ask for more clear information, take a walk if you need to, decide that on Saturday, you're not making any big life decisions unless you absolutely have to and it's an emergency. Give the energy a minute to settle because I think the urge here is like, I can't quite tell what's going on, so I want to fight. I want to compete. I want to pull the opposite direction when it's like, no, we're actually trying to come to what's in the middle. So it may be a great day to just have a chill, take a deep breath, and see what comes to you. See what comes to light. Run the situation by a trusted friend. Chat it out. Have a great time this particular day. Even if it's not an opposing energy outside of you, if there's something inside of you that feels like I want to go this way, but I also want to go this way. Remember, we feel the intensity of opposition so much because we're failing to integrate both sides. So just give yourself a chill and see where you can integrate both of those energies, okay? All right, my beautiful friends, I think it's going to be a beautiful week. I hope you have a lovely time. I can't wait to see what I'm eating over here with Venus getting into Cancer. So I hope you'll let me know what you are munching on over there as well. All right, you guys, I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.